on. Let me unmute my mic. I guess that might help. What's up, at Bixme? I thought I had everything going, but I guess I didn't, huh? Let me go ahead and feature my promo. What's up, Poopy Bear? You guys, this will be the first time that you all will see my promo here. Let me share my screen. Start my screen share. All right, guys. So this is the premiere of my promo. All right, everybody, let me get back here to my screen here. Let me stop sharing, bring myself back. Oh, wow, Raina Woman, you doing your hair again? Well, at least you do your hair. I got to start getting back into the swing of doing mine. All right, guys, that was my promo. This is what I'm going to be airing at the beginning of all my videos. This is the promo that O'Shea and Dima helped me work on. So you guys let me know what you think. But let's go ahead and jump into this topic, guys, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of incel tears going on here. All right. I was just on C Boogie's live earlier, and boy, he was going off. I mean, he was doing the Lord's work today. I mean, he was letting everybody have it, okay? He was letting Obsidian have it. He was letting Fantastic have it. He was letting everybody. Bernard got it. You know I don't like Bernard. But anyway, he was just letting everybody have it. I don't think nobody went unscathed. So anyway, as soon as I got off of his live, I go into my comment section because I always try to check my comments, and I like to interact with you guys and reply to the comments, send my loves and all that. And here's an incel in my comment section arguing back and forth with me about a video that I made, and no less, it was a video that I had made that kind of went along the same lines as what C Boogie was talking about today. Because C Boogie was telling these guys that they can't sit up here and get mad at these women because times have changed. And this is the same thing that I had been saying all along. Times have changed, but these guys do not want to roll with the times. Now, they're real quick to tell Black women that we need to roll with the times, that we need to do self-improvement. They're real quick to tell us what we got to do, that we have to be ready to compete. But when that same challenge is thrown back at them, they don't want to hear it. So this time it came from a man. Okay, C Boogie told him, hey, you know what? Self-improvement. If you want more responses from the ladies, get your shit together. The same way you tell women to get their shit together. Women do not have to choose you because you think you got education and money. And that's the same thing that I was saying in the video. I was telling ladies, I forget what was the video about. It was the one that I did telling ladies that they don't have to choose the rich, ugly man. You know, we have choices now. It's not 1950 and 1960 anymore. Women are not choosing men based on stability because most women are getting their own bag. We pretty much provide, we come to the table with our own stability already. So now in this day and age, we are choosing based upon what we like. And these men have a problem with that. They do. Now, this guy was all back and forth in my chat room. He's tearing me down. He's calling, the same old insults that they always come up with. You're old, okay? Nobody wants you. You're ugly. You're average looking. You're leading these women down the wrong path. You're telling them not to get married. I have never told anybody not to get married. All I ever say on this channel, all I ever say is that you have choices. Okay, now for myself, I don't choose to get married, but I don't put what I choose on other women. I've always said that me, Faith, I'm at an age in my life where I've done so much already. I don't feel like I'm missing anything if I don't end up with somebody. But of course, a younger woman, I know that you all want to get married. But what I'm saying is you have choices. You don't have to sit up here and listen to these guys and their YouTube rhetoric and them sitting here trying to shame you and scare you into just picking anybody, which is what they're doing. They sit up here and they tell you, oh, you got to hurry up and marry young. Okay, first of all, you ain't got to hurry up and do anything. The taboos are not there anymore like it was back in the 1950s and the 1960s. It is not taboo anymore to be single. And you know it's not taboo anymore because more and more people in this country in general are not getting married. So it's not just a Black woman thing. It's just something that's going on with the current times. So they try to shame you there, making it seem like it's taboo if you're not married by a certain age. That's a lie. So if I sit up here on my channel and I point out the obvious fallacies and the holes in their stories and their shaming, that's not something that I'm doing because I'm trying to hinder Black women from getting married. I want to see the young sisters, the young brothers and sisters hooking up and getting married. I never said that I don't want anybody getting married. So that right there is a damn lie. But what I will point out is I have said that young women, you do not have to just settle for anything. You don't. In this day and age, if you guys want to level up, if you want to go for the guy that got the bigger bag, hey, if that's what you want, you could do that. Okay, that is your choice. If you feel like you have your own bag and if you feel like money is not a factor and you want to go after the guy that you truly like within your heart of hearts, then do that. That's all I've ever said. All I've ever said was you have options. You don't have to do anything out of desperation anymore. It's not like that anymore. At Bixby says the scaring tactics are not working. Exactly. It's not. And this is what they're afraid of, so much so that they sent one of their minions to my chat room. And this is somebody that I had never seen before, by the way. And when I went to the account, it was a brand new account that they had just made up. So what I did was I went ahead and deleted them because I'm not going to let you come to my channel and troll under a fake account because you don't like what I'm saying. So this guy comes in and he just starts trolling, talking about oh, you don't care about Black women. You don't want them to get married. He didn't listen to anything that I've been saying on this channel. I am not anti-marriage at all. As a matter of fact, I would prefer for Black men and Black women to get together and get married and stay married. I'm all about Black love on this channel. However, I do understand why some of the sisters are marrying and dating out. And if you want to do that, guess what? You have choices. It goes back to me always saying that is your choice. That is your choice. Just chilling. What's going on? Oh, and let me say hello to everybody, by the way. At Bixme Rainy Woman, I think I already spoke with you earlier. But yeah, you have choices. I don't never sit up here and tell anybody that they just have to do it my way. My way isn't going to work for everybody because I'm older and I have more experience, okay? My experiences are my experiences. Everybody is going to have to travel their own road in life. The only thing that I can tell you is this: in this new day and age, you are not boxed into a corner where you just have to pick a particular type of man or lower your standards just because somebody feels as if they're being left out. You don't have to do that. You don't. This day and age, you don't have to depend on a man for money. Now, more than ever, there are women out here in the workforce. There are women out here getting their education, getting trades, getting their own bag. So a lot of women are coming to the table with their own bag already. Okay. So women have the power, women have the choice to be with whoever we want to be with. We have preferences. So if we have a preference that we like a certain type of man, we should not be shamed for it because you don't fit that preference. At Bixby says, why don't these men just date and marry each other? You know what? That would be a great idea since they like to sit around and circle jerk with each other all day online on the internet and then stalk other female content creator channels and hurl insults because they don't like something that they're hearing. One thing that they really hate is they hate when Black women have choices. And I'm beginning to see that blaringly clear now because these guys get upset. I went onto Bernard's channel a while back and I just simply naively, because I didn't even know that they had an issue with C Boogie, but I naively stated that C Boogie, seems to be a guy that isn't pressed about women. And that whole chat room exploded. They hated that. For some reason or another, they got this issue with C Boogie. But when I go on C Boogie's channel, C Boogie's whole conversation is very relaxed. He's not stressed about women. He's not sitting up here all day long talking about how the Black woman is evil and he hates them. He's just on his channel talking about how Black men can improve themselves so that they can get what they want in life. He doesn't have that rhetoric going on over on his channel. And it's just such a more relaxed environment over there. And I noticed the difference from when I come from over on his channel or D Darrell's channel. Then I go over to like say Bernard's channel, and those guys are hella angry over there. It's like night and day. Like the vibe is completely different. Let's see here. Princess Rescuer, I thought Tyrone Magnus done left YouTube. Oh, okay. Y'all talking amongst each other. Hey, Love Wisdom. Princess Rescuer says he is only in it for the money. He used to react to popular videos, barely making a sound. And they were short videos where he could easily upload 5 to 10 of them a day. I can believe it. I can believe he's in it for the money. But yeah, I'm just sitting up here listening. And then one of the things that came up when this guy and I was arguing in my comment section, the first thing he goes is, well, you Black women, you all should just marry young because you all are the least desired women. Like, why is that always a talking point that they bring up? Once again, the shaming tactics. I mean, why would you sit up here and tell Black women that they have to get married by a certain age? And if they don't, their biological clocks are ticking. This is all shaming language. He's talking about our biological clocks are ticking. We don't have enough time. We're the least desired. This always comes up. And so therefore, we got to marry young. And not only do they want you to marry young, but they also want you to marry older, okay? I've never seen such a large list of criteria coming from men that nobody wants. Let's just be honest. Nobody. What's up, Nick Taylor? He says, uh-oh, and Faye, whose feathers are you ruffling now? No, I'm not ruffling nobody's feathers. They're over here messing with me. Okay, they sent their internet troll into my comment section. And so I just feel like I have to respond because they were not brave enough to say who they really were. They came in under a troll account that they made a couple of days ago and decided they wanted to troll my comment section. So I'm just going to let them have it now. You know, C Boogie let them have it earlier. So now it's Faith's turn. Princess Rescuer says the long pauses in his videos and excuses are so pathetic. He quickly deleted all his old reaction content, but the internet never forgets. I bet. But here's the thing, y'all. You know, I wonder, why is it always a talking point when they're trying to get Black women to do something they want us to do? They scare us and shame us, try to box you into a corner and tell you that you have to get married. I think they said that the age is 35. You hit the wall at 35, okay? So you have until 35 to get married. But really, they would prefer for you to hurry up and do it in your 20s, okay? And then not only do they want you to hurry up and get married, but you got to hurry up and get married to an educated guy, because you can't get with Pookie and Ray Ray. Even if you're not attracted to the educated guy, the educated guy is not attractive to you, then you're making a bad choice if you turn him down for somebody that you are attracted to, according to them. These are their criterias of who they want you to date. And then they just keep moving the bar from there. From there, they keep moving the bar. So my question is this. Okay, you can't date people that you're attracted to. You can't date people within your same age group, according to these men. Okay, there's just a lot that you can't do, according to them. Right, Nick Taylor. Marriage isn't for everyone, educated or not. Now, you know, for me, like the younger women, I know that they want to get married. Younger Black women do desire marriage, but I'm in my 40s. I've been married. I've been widowed. I've been in a long other, you know, long-term relationships. And you know what? For me, I'm cool if I don't get with anybody at this point, because I've done it already. But I know that the younger Black women do want it. I've never, not one time on my channel, ever said that I'm against marriage for Black women at all, period, point blank. I've never said that. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Princess Rescuer says, if you want to find out more about him, just watch Grade A Under A's 2 videos about reaction. Well, I'm done talking about him. You know, I've had my fill of bitch nerd, okay? And Nick Rumature says, hey, fake, great content at the risk of embarrassment. What is an incel? I'm from the revolutionary section of YouTube. We never deal with terms like this. I'm just, you know, coming to terms with these different terms: incel, select, non-select. This is all coming from manosphere men in YouTube that I guess have a serious problem with getting and attracting the women that they want. Okay, but I guess an incel would probably be a guy that can't get anybody. You know, the women just don't want. They're the rejects. That's what I get out of it. But you would have to ask the men of the manosphere to give you the proper definition. But that's what I'm getting from it. Just Chillin' says, that sounds like some shit the divestment community be saying. For real, for real. Exactly. Oh, Princess Rescuer says, it's basically a term for men who aren't just unmarried and undesirable, but special kinds of angsty and misogynistic. It's become more and more of a meaningless insult that's casually thrown around. I guess. I guess. But, you know, once again, you know, I wonder why they always default to black women, you all are, you know, the least desirable. You're the least desirable. Every time there's a conversation about black women and how we are now in a position to, you know, basically have our pick. We have our picks and we have our chooses. We have what you call like what they like to say. They like to say that they have preferences, right? So why can't black women have preferences? But when we have preferences, we're going after Pookie and Ray Ray. Everybody's Pookie and Ray Ray when it comes to black women having preferences. If we don't like a guy that's socially awkward, they call the guy that is socially apt a Pookie and Ray Ray. Everybody becomes Pookie and Ray Ray in their eyes when it comes to black women. Oh, and by the way, we need to stop being so picky because we're least desired. I mean, I'm reiterating this for a reason, guys. We're least desired. This is what they're always throwing at us. Always. Why are they doing this? Anybody got any clues? Just Chillin says, if you ask me, the MG Towels and the divestment community are made for each other. They just don't know it yet. I agree. I agree, because basically they're both saying the same thing. The divestment community and the male swirlers, they're both pretty much sick in the head, if you ask me. But back to my point, though, about them always bringing up black women being the least desired. Now, here's the thing. While they're saying that we are the least desired, do you realize that 2014 Hello Cupid survey that they keep pouncing on, that this was like what, over 6 years ago now that Hello Cupid survey came out? Black men are the worst at reading statistics. Let me just put that out there. They are the worst. Now, I said this many, many, many years ago, that the only reason that black men are second choice is because of who? Black women. Not because of Asian women, not because of Hispanic women, and certainly not because of white women. It's because black women choose them in mass and no other woman. That's the only reason why they're not least desirable. But when they look at this survey, they pat themselves on the shoulder for coming in, what, third place? They're just right behind the Asians. They're not even second place. But yet they sit up here and pat themselves on the back. Now, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and be petty. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and be petty, and I'm going to bring up that survey again, because see, y'all think I'm kidding. Y'all think I'm just making this up. Let me share my screen. I done got real good with the screen sharing, y'all. I'm kind of proud of myself here a little bit. But okay, here's that this is the 2014 6-year-old Hello Cupid survey, right? And then where it says here at the bottom, where you see my mouse, women rating men. Okay, now here's black women, right? All the way across here in this second aisle, going all the way across. Black women, we Asian men are like at the least of our desires, right? Latino men, we might go a little bit more for them, but even we don't even want them. They're in the negative too. White men are in the negative, okay? But in the positive, black women overwhelmingly prefer our own men, okay? Now, Asian women overwhelmingly prefer their own men. Now, here's where black men stand with the Asian woman. They hate black men. Black men are the last on their list as far as men that they want to pick, okay? Black men fall last. Latino man, the black man is third place from the Latino man, and then the white man is in the positive. So Asian women prefer either their own men or white men, okay? Then let's go to Latina women, okay? Okay, Latina women, once again, Asian men, they're like, I want to say they're third, okay, as far as Latina women. Actually, when it comes to Latina women, black men are dead last on their list. Okay, black men are dead last, so they're not even third place with Latina women. They're dead last. Okay, so with Asian women, they're third place, and they're dead last with Latino women. Okay, but Latino women overwhelmingly prefer either their own men or white men. So once again, white men are winning. White men are like number two with everybody so far. Now let's go to white women. Okay, with white women, Asian men are dead last on their list. Okay, and then coming in third place to Asian men with white women are black men. Okay, so once again, they're not second place. They're either third or last with every other group of women except black women. They're number one with us. Okay, white women would prefer to date either white men. Actually, white women prefer their own men in mass, and they might actually go with a Latino guy. So they prefer white and Latino. Okay, but black men are their third choice, and Asian men are last choice with white women. With Latina women, black men are last. They're not even third choice with Latina women. With Asian men coming in second with Latina. Okay, coming in third with Latina. And with Asian women, black men are just dead last on the list. Okay, so black men come up last on the list twice with Asian and Latina, and they're third place with white women. So does this sound like they're doing any better than us? The only reason they come up as being the most desired is because of black women. They're only the most desired with black women. Do you all see this? Do you all see what I'm talking about? Do you all see why I think that black men are idiots? Not all black men, but those black men that use this talking point because they can't read statistics at all. They are idiots, okay? All this time, they sit up here and they bring up black women are least desired. You're least desired, so you should desire us. Okay, we do desire you. As a matter of fact, we the only ones that desire you. You're coming up either third place or last with everybody else. So what are you talking about? Let me go back and let me stop sharing my screen. Oh, you said the comments are blocking my chart. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I was intending to show something, and then I had the comments blocking. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish I had known before. Hold on. But okay, I can do this again. But can you guys see what I'm looking at right here, down here at the bottom, where it says women rating men, and that's my mouse circling around there. And once again, here we go. Asian women in this column going all the way across. You see the numbers here? Okay, Asian women prefer their own men. Okay, black men are dead last with Asian women, with Latina coming in third place. Asian women prefer either their own men or white men. Okay, black women, we don't like nobody. Everybody's in the negative with us. Asian men are in the negative with us. Latino men are in the negative with us, and white men are in the negative with us. We may consider a Latino man, but we really don't want them. Now, what's in the positive with us is black men. We overwhelmingly want our own men. Okay. Now, Latino women, they don't like black men. Black men, once again, are coming in dead last with them too. Okay. And then in third place would be Asian men. Latino men prefer their own men in mass, and white men. Okay. So once again, white men are second place, okay? Most people prefer their own race. Then white women, okay? Asian men come in dead last with white women, and then black men are third place with white women, okay? Now, coming in second place are Latino men, but overwhelmingly, white women also prefer their own men, okay? So I hope you guys saw the chart, because this is what I'm saying. This is what I've been saying. They can't read the statistics. They can't read the stats at all. They're terrible at this, okay? They tell us that we're the least desired, so therefore we should just go ahead and desire them. But that's what we've been doing, okay? We're the only one that wants them, okay? Everybody else, they're either third place or last, okay? And then they're only third place in one category, and that's with white women. White women prefer them over Asian men. Other than that, Latino men are second place with white women. They're dead last with everybody else. Latino women don't want them. Asian women don't want them, okay? The only women that want them, black women. We're the only ones. So once again, all these years, okay, they've been sitting up here talking about they're the most desired men. Most desired where? Okay? Looking at this chart, most desired where? Okay? Everybody prefers to be with their own men. And if they're not preferring to be with their own men, they're preferring to be with white men. This is what this data is showing. So I don't know what these black men have been looking at all these years. And this is what has been pissing me off. You know, every time, nobody has called them out on it. Nobody. All right, so let me go back here. But yeah, like, just tell me what you think. You know, tell me guys, what do you think about what I've just shown you here? Because like I said, this information has been out, okay? This is not new, this is old. But I'm going to drop the link into the chat room if anybody wants to come up and get anything off their chest about what I'm talking about today. But I'm telling you, this information is old. It is not new, okay? This information has been out here. I don't know why, you know, people are getting it mixed up. I don't know why people are, you know, getting it all twisted, misconstruing it, but they are. Black men are not the most desirable. Actually, they're either third place or dead last with all other women. The only people that desire them are black women. That's it. Now, oh, you know what I didn't do? Hold on a second. Let me go back and share my screen again, because this is something else that I wanted to point out. Want to point this out real quickly. Okay. Now, in the section where it says men rating women at the top here, where you see my my cursor circling around. Now, let's look at who black men want, right? Okay, so with black men rating women, okay, who's dead last? They don't even want white women, according to the survey. White women are dead last on their list, okay? And the only other women that they prefer above black women, and black women are like third on the list, by the way. So we're right next to white women. They don't want black women and they don't want white women. They prefer Asian and Latina, okay? And this is according to a survey they did just 6 years ago. All right, so now let's look at what white men want. Okay, now black men are right. We're the same as with black men, okay? We are the last on everybody else's list, okay? Nobody else wants us, including our own men. We're coming in third place with our own men. But peep this. Over here on our side, where we're rating men, we put our men first place. Our men put us third place, y'all. Third place. We're even behind the Asian woman. But we put them first. So, you know, let's just expose some stuff real quick. Just take that in for a moment, what that means, okay? And still, when you look at these other men, okay, these other men, they prefer their own women in mass, okay? Latino men prefer their own women, okay? White men actually prefer Asian women to their own women, but other than that, they prefer their woman second to Asian women. And Asian men prefer their own women, and then second to their own women would be white women. Okay. But black men, the only men that put their own women third. Everybody else put their woman first, except black men. Peep what I'm saying. Peep what, because see, I'm not confused. I know how to look at statistics. I'm not going to get it confused and run out here on a false narrative. That's the reason why I'm showing you the actual data. But anyway, I got that out the way. I just wanted to, show that real quick. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Go back up here. Okay. Just Chillin' says, but like Nick Taylor said, what pool of folk did they give this survey to? It don't matter, because this is the survey that black men on social media have been using for the last 6 years. It don't matter what pool of folk they got it from, but this is the chart that you all refer to all the time. So it don't matter where it came from. It didn't come from us. That let's just get that out of the box. Okay, we don't get anything from ourselves. We don't go off of what we say anymore. You guys sit up here and ask questions about where stuff came from when it's in the negative for you guys. All of a sudden you want to know where it comes from. But then when you thought it was in the positive for you guys, you just let that shit roll. So I don't want to hear where it came from. Okay, this is what you guys have been using for the last 6 years. You're right, Abt Bixby. They are bigging themselves up. Yellow Rose of Texas says, I remember years ago going on Match and Cupid and wondering why white men messaged me, but not black men. Some black men listed every race, but black women. Exactly. Just Chillin' said, another thing I noticed too is the proud black male swirlers don't associate with MG towels. Princess Rescuer says, seems like everyone prefers their own. Exactly, except for black men. Once again, I have to distinguish. Black men were the only group that did not prefer their own. Black women prefer their own. Asian women, white women, Hispanic women, they prefer their own. Asian men, white men, Hispanic men prefer their own. The only person the only group that was the oddball were the black men. Did not prefer their own. Let that sink in. Let that bit of self-hatred sink in for a second. Nick Taylor says, at Faith, I never referenced this chart, never heard of it until now. Wow, Nick Taylor, where have you been? They've always referenced this OkCupid study. Yeah, that's where they were getting the whole black women are least desired, from this study right here. So now you know where they're getting it from. And now you know they've been reading it wrong. Yeah, black men are either third or last with all other groups of women except their own women. So now when they start talking that bullshit about black women being least desired, yeah, you all are right there too on the least desired list with majority of the women in the country. That is the hard, honest, cutthroat truth. And once again, I'm going to throw the link out there for anybody that has anything that they want to say. Just Chillin' says, I don't even use statistics myself for obvious reasons, so I can't use an OkCupid chart as a measuring stick. Hey, you know what? I'm right there with you, Just Chillin', because I said the same thing about that CDC opinion poll. I can't use an opinion poll as a measuring stick for who's good parents. But black men, when it's in their favor, they take the stuff and run with it. Now that is not in the favor of black men, now you all don't want to, you don't want it. You want to throw it out now. Let's see. Nick says, Faith, I'm not doubting you, but I never heard of this. I don't need charts to pick what I like. Hey, you don't have to believe me. I showed you where it came from. I showed and proved. This is not Faith charts, okay? This is what black men have been getting the whole black women are undesirable from. I'm just letting you know where they're getting it from. You said you never heard of it before. This is where it came from. This is the origin of why they're running around here saying black women are least desired. Just Chillin' says it's also worth mentioning that I don't do online dating either, so I don't know how it all works exactly. Hey, it don't matter. It don't matter. Like I said, if the majority of you guys, and I'm not saying you did it, I'm not saying Nick Taylor did it, I'm not even saying that you guys knew about it, but a nice handful of your compadres have been running around here online using this data and citing the wrong information. They've been citing the wrong information. And all the women's like me, all color stripes have shot at me, Faith. And I believe you, Nick. I believe you. But like I said, I can say the same thing. I'm out here in Arizona, so it's got a very small black population out here. So I get approached mostly by non-black men out here. So, you know, I can say the same thing. I get approached by non-black men too. So, you know, it's a lot of stuff that they're talking about online that isn't really filtering out in real life. Yellow Rose of Texas says, this is crazy. How do you say black women are least desired, but if not for black women, you'd be least desired? Exactly. Exactly. And so, you know, that is the reason why when, you know, that guy came into my comment section trying to make me feel low with, oh, you guys are the least desired, as if I'm supposed to change my rhetoric. I'm supposed to change my talking points because he brings up this Hello Cupid survey, black women being the least desired. Well, I got something for you. I got the actual proof of what that survey actually says. How about that? So, you know, I hope whoever he was, I hope he's watching. Okay. So now you can see while you're sitting up here trying to make me feel bad, hey, we're all rocking in the same boat. Okay. And if I guess if you haven't noticed, okay, black people are under attack in this country, period. Okay. We're not really liked by a whole lot of people. Now, a whole lot of people like to fuck us as a group. They think that we're sexy as a group. A lot of people want to fuck us, but we are all at the bottom of the totem pole as far as who these motherfuckers want to date. Okay? We're all at the bottom. And that's the reality that I think a lot of these delusional black men, not all of the black men are delusional, but the ones running around here with that rhetoric, they are delusional. They really need to come out of they call themselves red pill. Well, if they were really red pill, they would know this. But I still think that a lot of those so-called red pill Negroes are blue pill when it comes to this whole racial acceptance thing. They're pretty damn blue pill, if you ask me. Yeah, I know they're watching from the clouds too. Oh, and they're hating this. Oh, I'm going to get so much hate mail about this. Hold on. Just Chilling just came in. Hold on. Let me get you in here. Hello, just chilling?
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, so what do you think?
Yeah,
Tell me what's on your mind.
well, I can only speak for myself in this situation. Yeah, what'd you say?
No, I said what's on your mind.
Yeah, well, I can only speak for myself in this situation. As since I said earlier that I don't use stats or yeah, for obvious reasons, and then I don't do online dating either. I know for me, for myself, yeah, keeping in mind I'm mixed and all that. Yeah, I prefer black and mixed women over all other women.
Right, but
So yeah,
it doesn't matter, about just you by yourself. A large collective group of black men, and you're mixed, so I don't know if you consider yourself black or not, but a large group of black men have been running around on social media citing this survey and using it to emotionally abuse black women. Do you understand
yeah,
the
and I know what you think.
ramifications of that?
I'm gonna have to be real. I don't because for one, yeah, the MGTOWs ain't got shit to do with me. What they do. So it didn't keep my. I don't really pay much attention to what goes on social media because I ain't on it like that unless I'm doing it for work. So I can't give you well at least a halfway decent answer for that.
Well, just chilling. How long have you
That's
been
the
on
right one I'm
YouTube?
using here.
How long have you been on YouTube?
All together.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, so you talk. Hear me now?
Yeah, how long have you
Hold
been on
on.
YouTube?
All together.
All together?
Yeah, how long I've been since the site has been built?
Okay, and how long have you been in the Black Manosphere space?
Shit, let's see, how long have I been in that space? I might have barely been in that space off and on maybe like 5 years.
Okay, so you've been in the Black Manosphere space long enough to hear them use that talking point that Black women are least desired, right?
Well,
You heard them say it.
well, well, something around that anyway. Well, I guess I can't give an answer. All I gotta say was something with shit like that. Yeah, that's her problem to deal with. That ain't got shit to do with me.
Oh, okay. So I understand what you're saying as an individual, just chilling, but I'm saying collectively because see, I could put it like this: collectively as a group, okay, Black women, we are how can I say single mothers collectively as a group. Okay, now there may be a few of us who are not single mothers, okay, but because
Uh-huh.
the group collectively overall has a large number of women that looks bad for the rest of us. You understand what I'm saying? So even though you don't particularly subscribe to that rhetoric, there has been a nice little group of you guys spewing this rhetoric online everywhere you go. And it has gone outside of YouTube to Twitter. It has gone outside of Twitter to Facebook, all over social media. This is what you guys use as a talking point. And you do it to shame Black women. You do it to bring down the self-esteem of Black women, not you personally, but I'm just saying that Black men have collectively done this. And that is the reason why I'm bringing this stat up. And I am correctly, showing the figures and the numbers, because this is something that they've been allowed to get away with for so many years. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop off because I see I ain't gonna be the right guy, the right black man to answer this question.
Yeah, but I appreciate you for hopping on here, but I just wanted it to be clear that it's not just you, but it's the group collectively that has been doing this. But I do appreciate you for coming on, and do come again.
Show.
All right. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'm not doing this to bash on Black men. Okay. I am not for the whole gender warring thing. All right, but I do have a problem with Black men coming into my comment section under false accounts to bash me and try to lower my self-esteem and try to get me to change my talking points by using false narratives like this. Anytime you guys approach me with these false narratives, trying to get me to change my talking point, I am not stupid, okay? I don't pull these numbers out my ass. I'm pretty thorough with my shit. I will embarrass you every time. I will finish you every time. This is fair warning. I don't have time to play with y'all. I don't have no time to miss words or go over, what you feel ain't right or what you didn't see or what you ain't done and all of that. I'm talking about collectively as a group, you all need to take this L, okay? So every time you sit up here and talk about Black women being least desirable, you need to turn the mirror back on yourself and also say that you've been rejected by all other races of women too. Okay, that survey does not just reflect that Black women aren't desired by other races, but it reflects that Black men are self-hating because they're the only group that don't prefer their own women. Okay, everybody else is race loyal except for Black men. Let that marinate. Oh, Nick Taylor said he's got to roll. My oversized overweight permit is in. Going to San Antonio to get a tracked loader. Peace, y'all, and that faith. All right. Well, peace out, Nick Taylor. Definitely be safe out there on the road. Yeah, but at any rate, anybody else that wants to come up here and say anything before I close out? Because like I said, this is going to be a real quick one because like I said, I don't have time to play with folks, okay? When I come up here and I say what I said, I said what I said, period. I'm not going to take it back, okay? You are not going to shame me out of my talking points, okay? You can't come and call me ugly. I know what I look like. I know what I looked like back in 1992. I know what I look like now in 2020. Guess what? Faith is comfortable with herself. That's the reason why I can go on camera. That's the reason why I can give a damn about what anybody says about what I look like. Okay, I know what I look like and I'm cool with what I look like. Okay, my husband was cool with what I look like. Okay, the last guy I was in a relationship was cool with what I look like. And guess what? The guy I'm with now is cool with what I look like. So it ain't never stopped Faith from doing what she got to do with her life. No matter what you all are sitting up here saying. Secondly, my age, black people, Black men especially. I need you all to listen up about shaming women about their age, okay? Your old asses are going to get old too. As a matter of fact, some of you all shaming women about their age are in their 40s and 50s yourselves. You're old. Okay, you all really need to come up off that bullshit. And then there's some women that pick up these misogynistic talking points and they join the men in calling the women old. And you heifers, according to these men, you heifers only got until you're 35 before you hit the wall. I had a video earlier telling you ladies about that. What's up, Joe? Joe W in the house. Yeah, I had a video earlier telling you ladies about that. You guys have really got to stop jumping on the boys club bandwagon because somebody called you cute and they gas your little head up, okay? Like I said, there are female content creators that I knew about a decade ago when I first started coming onto YouTube that were young in their 20s. Now they're in their upper 30s, damn near going into 40, and now they're being called old. I'm one of them. So all it is a matter of time before your time comes. And then somebody's going to be calling you old, and then some chick that's 10 years younger than you is going to be laughing at you. So, when you take delight in another woman's pain, just know your turn is coming. And by the way, if you're not married by the time you're 35, you're going to be an old hag too. old, unmarried, and unwanted, according to these incels, if you believe everything that they say. Stop rallying behind weak men. Okay, I'm talking to the ladies that do this. Stop rallying behind weak men. That's some bullshit. You ain't shit if you do that. I will say it again. Joe W says, damn right, I'm 55 and old as dust. You know what? And I feel like this. You're not old until you can't move around or you're dead. Okay. I've seen some damn good looking 55-year-olds. Joe, if this is your picture, you look damn good for 55. Nice beard, by the way. A lot of guys cannot carry off that salt and pepper in the beard like that. That looks really neat. Love it, Joe. Let's see here. Just Chilling says, I know some baddies in their 40s and 50s. Exactly. And, Black people, we don't really age like everybody else does, I have to say, I am proud to be part of the melanated group where the fountain of youth can last all the way up into your 50s and 60s. I mean, we are very, very, how can I say, unique when it comes to that. So, be proud of your melanated Blackness. There's nothing like it in the world. I don't know why we want to intermix and mess up this great gift that we have of melanation by intermixing with other races. There's nothing like melanin. Other groups are trying to get what we got, and we're sitting up here shaming each other for it, no less. So, we got to do better. We just got to do better as a group. Joe says a Black woman comes into her own during her 40s, 50s, and 60s. Exactly. But, we are a little bit behind the curve as a people. We kind of peak a little bit later. And I believe that it has a lot to do with education and economics. Yeah. Oh, Joe. Wow. That is you, huh? Yeah, you look great. I have to say that you are one handsome guy. Oh, you agree with that? How do you pronounce your name? NK Rumacher. I'm not good with pronouncing these names at all. But at any rate, I'm not going to stay on here for a long segment, guys. I have to get up and go to work. Usually I'm in bed, sleep by now, but I just had to come on here real quick and address some fools that felt like they wanted to play with me today. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Let me know what you guys thought about my introduction. If you didn't get a chance to see the introduction, please catch it on the replay. I had to play it again a second time because you know how flimsy and clumsy I am. I didn't have the sound on the first time, so please forgive me for that. But I do want to thank everybody that came in. NK Rumature and Joe W. Just Chilling. Thank you for joining me. At Bixby, as always, a pleasure. Nick Taylor, Yellow Rose of Texas. Let me see who else. At Bixby, did I get everybody? Princess Rescuer. Don't want to miss anybody. I mean, you guys could be anywhere. Chef Disaster, thank you for coming in again. Love Wisdom. And I believe that's everybody. Thank you again for coming in and joining me. You could be anywhere, but you decided to come here. And Rainy Woman, I'm sorry. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come and spend your evening with me. And as always, I am appreciative. Oh, and yes, at Bixby says, like the video before you leave, please, because that does keep me on top. And I want to say peace to all of you and good night.